Everybody, it's me, Miss You, and now we're going to do questions 6, 7, and 8. These questions are different from what's on your paper, so you could write them in a separate piece of paper, or you could just cross off what you have and write in what I now have. So let's start off. We want to find A times C. 2 times -5 becomes -10. B, of course, is +9. The factors of -10 are going to be 1 times 10. And since this is positive, that means the 10 has to be positive. So that means the 1 has to be negative. So I end up with -1 plus 10 is equal to +9. And that is what our B is. So the factors of -10 that add up to +9 are -1 and 10. Okay, let's put in our information in our box for the box method. This is 2x squared. This is -5. We're going to go -x for the -1 and 10x for 10. And now we're going to take out what's in common. Let's start off with the columns. What we're going to have in common here is an x, and what we're going to have common here is what is common between 10 and 5 is, of course, 5. So we're going to pull it out, and we're going to do it right here. Now let's see what's in common between 2x squared and 10x. Well, of course, we have the x. That's in common. The other thing we have in common is the 2, because 2 times 1 is a factor and 2 times 5 is a factor. What is in common between the -x and the -5? The only thing that's in common is a -1. It's really just the negative sign, but having a 1 in front of it works. So we are now factored. All we have to do is put it in factored form. I do my parentheses. I go x plus 5. Then I go 2x -1. And it is done. Let's look at 7. Question 7 is you have to fill in the blanks or write out the blanks. We have A, B, and C. That goes for the trinomial. A times C is equal to -7. They, of course, have to add up to B, which is +6. Factors of 7 happen to be 7 times 1. To get +6, the smaller number has to be negative. So that means our factors are 7 and -1 because they add up to +6. Okay, let's create our box for the box method. We have 7x squared in the top left corner and -1 in the bottom right corner. Let's use our factors. I have 7x and -1. Pulling out what we have in common in the row is going to be 7x. In the row, what's in common with -1 and -1 is, of course, -1. Moving vertically, what I have in common is really only the number 1. Actually, there's an x over there, so it should be 1x. And what I have in common over here is literally 1. Okay, so when you multiply it out, you get 7x squared, 7x, -x, and -1. Here we go. I get x plus 1, 7x minus 1. And we are set up. The next problem that we're going to do is 3x squared minus 10x plus 7. I'm going to go A times C is 21. I need two numbers that multiply to 21 and add to -10. In order to have a positive number, let's see, the multiples of 21 are 1 times 21, 3 times 7. There are no other multiples or factors. So what we're going to do right now, of course, 3 plus 7 is equal to 10, but we're looking for -10. But -3 and multiplied by -7 is also equal to +21, and -3 plus -7 is equal to -10. So our factors are going to be -3 and -7. Let's put it in our box. I have 3x squared, +7, -3x, -7x. Let's work the rows. We're going to factor out the 3x, and the bottom row, we're going to factor out the 7. Let's work vertically. Of course, there's an x over here that could be factored out, and that's it. Do we have anything over here? We do not. So there's a 1. Our answer for question 8 becomes 3x. It becomes 3x plus 7x plus 1. And those are the factors of the trinomial up there.